Okay. Sorry for those of you who are waiting. I am just working out some minor, hopefully minor, technical hiccups here. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm not sure how loud that music is coming through over my voice, but let me know. Try to turn it down a notch. If you're in the chat and you can hear me, just say so. Nice. Okay, and looks like the screen's coming through a little bit small. So let me see if I can fix that. Yeah, I'm trying to zoom in here. I unfortunately lost a monitor right before this stream, and that kind of screwed things up a little bit. So I'm working with a different size monitor. All right. Great. And can you hear the music? I just want to make myself a little bit bigger. All right. All right, so what I'm going to be working on today is a little project assigned to me by my wife, which is to do class photos for the kids. So let me see if I can pull up some of the photos I took. And I'm just going to be working through my process. If anybody has any questions, this is not intended to be like a tutorial or anything. It's just really a way for me to get more stuff done. I guess putting myself out in front of a live audience kind of motivate me to stick to the schedule and to do something every week. So that's really the intent here. We'll see if it ever turns into anything more interesting, but for now it's just me hanging out. If you have questions about design, UX, technology, gaming, let me know. Alright, so let's see here. Let me pull up some of the photos. Make sure I get the right ones here. I have a bunch of silly photos from Musa, which I may or may not use. But we'll see. I'm just filtering these on my other screen because I'm sure not all of you guys want to see these. And then I'll bring them over. Okay. So as you guys know, a lot of times kids take school photos around this time of year. So in lieu of that, just going to put together some of our own photos. I think Miriam's intending on putting them in the school yearbook. So hopefully you should be able to see these. Just some photos I took in front of the kids, green screen. I took of the kids in front of a green screen. And pretty straightforward. I don't know that I love them all, but I wanted to get a variety of shots. Like worst case scenario, they kind of give me an idea, so if I need to retake them, I can always replace them. Alright, so we have a couple photos there, and we need, let's open up just a quick document here to scratch, just to make some scratch notes. Alright, I'll just open up, let's create a new 8.5 by 11 here. So what I'm thinking is get a good brush here. Is I thought it might be funny to have, since the kids are all on Zoom, kind of have a Zoom window with the little icons on the bottom, and then the split screen. So you know, I have 4 kids, so I could do you know, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The 4th one is not going to school, so I want to figure out what I want to do there. But I could have a few variations of this where I have you know, just the kids in you know, in nice outfits. There you go. The kids in kind of funny outfits with like PJs on, maybe with like their feet up on the desk and like sunglasses while they're in class, kind of photos. Or I could, you know, just have the kids with like, you know, the Zoom backgrounds. That's why I was asking if anyone had any favorite Zoom backgrounds, because I thought that would be funny. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is actually building out the Zoom background. So for that, I want to go ahead and start a new document here and try to figure out what size I want to do this on. Maybe I'll choose a kind of a standard photo size. Maybe like a 6x4. Or maybe even bigger than that. The other idea would be, let me start with the 6x4 here, but the other idea would be just to have, you know, one kid on Zoom you know, just if I want to do individual photos here. So we have the zoom controls down here and the little window button up there. So let's just go ahead and get started. So first of all, I need to get some reference. So let's just say Zoom UI. So I want kind of just some reference material of what the Zoom UI looks like. So this one's pretty good here. Hey bro, thanks for joining. Alright, so I'm going to copy that image. Just throw that in there for a reference. This is one I was eyeing the other day. Yeah, this is a good one. Okay. All right, so we're gonna kind of use these references to kind of quickly put together the image. So let's start with the background here. So add in a solid color. By the way, for those of you guys tuned in, can you hear the music in the background? I know it's playing an ad in Spotify right now, but can you even hear the Spotify music? If so, is it too loud? Yes, man. Alright, so I'm just pulling the same color scheme from here. Rounded rectangle, sure, let's do that. And pull the color from here. This has a slight stroke on it, so let's give it just a tiny stroke as well. Well, in that, you guys can't see my color chooser. There it is. All right, there you go. Okay. All right, so we're gonna eventually add some buttons here. All right, let me see. Music, music, music. Yeah, I see you guys can't hear the music. Desktop audio. This is kind of my first time streaming, guys. So I'm. Oh, there it goes. All right, you should hear some audio now. What was I doing? Adding circles. All right, so we're gonna add some circles here. For icons. It's a little bit too big. horizontal line here. Why is that line not showing up? What song is this? It sounds very familiar. Pixel selected. And something wrong with my line tool. Alright, you guys hear the music, nice. Why is my line not working? Shape. 2 pixels. I'm going to skip the line for now. Alright, so we got a couple other buttons here. 1, 2, 3, and it looks like I made my rectangular, my bar too big. So you guys have any questions? Just came to hang out. Hey Will. Thanks for joining, buddy. So for those of you guys who's joining, I'm doing school photos for the kids, but trying to add a little bit of humor by kind of framing them within a Zoom window. I don't know, maybe the humor will fall flat, but that's the idea at least. Gonna group these layers, gonna move them over. There's probably a way to do that, to align them. There you go, perfectly center. Alright. So I like having a bar at the top. Let's go ahead and do that as well. The little window icons at the top. Oh, hey. Yeah, I probably didn't even mention. I'm using Photoshop actually. I am using Photoshop. So I might, when we get into the photos, I may jump into Lightroom a little bit, but kind of just got started here. What am I doing? With just diving right into the UI. And I'm using some photo references like the one you see on screen here to help me get some quick ideas going. Part of this is doing this quickly. It's just, I've got a lot of projects and a lot of other stuff like in life just to keeps me busy, so I can't always spend as much time as I'd like. So some of this I'll go back and refine, but right now I'm just going to give me trying to do as much as I can as quickly as possible to kind of give me a general sense of whether or not the overall design is working. Okay. But yeah, I've been using Photoshop since Photoshop 4, and this is like, I think they stopped giving them numbers. This is just Photoshop 2020, but I think that amounts to like Photoshop 22 or something, if you were keeping track. Why did that happen now? It's because I have probably giant font settings. Where's my font tools? There you go. Feel free to subscribe. I don't really care, but not trying to make money off the channel or anything like that, but you'll get notified, and if I start to stream. So I'm hoping to stream at least weekly, probably do design stuff, but I also play a lot of games. Some of you who joined can attest to. And so I will probably do, like, if you're interested in watching me play some games, I will probably do that over on my Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/MajnoonX. Alright, so then we want well more. Thank you for the subscribe. Alright, so time to add some windows here. And let's take a look at this one. So this, I think, is an actual zoom window, but it's got a lot of stuff. It does have the end button down at the bottom, so I may leverage that. And then one thing I could play with, let me turn the Spotify ad down. One thing I might play with is the participant list, or the chat coming out. If there's some funny chat that they could be saying, like, during a school session or something. All right, but I'm gonna tuck this away for now. Just go ahead and hide that. And then I need 4 windows here, so let me see. All right, let's go with gray here, and then I'm gonna add chunky stroke here. I'm actually going to add the stroke a little differently, so I'm not going to do it directly on the, oops. I'm not going to add it directly to the square. I'm going to add a effect stroke here. So I'm going to add the stroke. I'll keep it on the outside, but I'll make it a little bit darker. Actually, if I don't want the rounded corner, I'm going to make it on the inside. Okay, and so this will kind of be one of the 4 windows. Now it looks like my proportions are a little bit off. So let me try to get a feel for how I want this. Maybe I could do like a 3 window thing too. Is that a thing in a Zoom? What happens when there's 3 people? What does that look like? Come on. I'm missing one. Okay. I do like this. I do like this green. I'll hold on to that. There you go. For an active window. Yeah, so it looks like we're just, I'm going to delete these. Size of the zoom window just kind of expands. So if I want 4 up, I would have something like that here, except the stroke would not be bright for all of these. just don't like the way these are overlapping with each other. All right, well let's get a little bit, let's change tactic here. I'm gonna go ahead and drop in a photo. All right, so let me pull one up here. Okay. If you're wondering why I have my little one against the glass here, I thought it would be funny if he came up, looked like he was coming up to the camera, and because he doesn't actually go to school. So I kind of like these ones. With the backgrounds. Alright, what's going on here? Edit album. Check. Okay. Let's take a few just for perspective. So I'm going to just copy that image, and then I should be able to paste it right into this. Paste special, paste into. Okay. My images might not be high enough resolution for this. At least for this layout here. This might work better in one of the smaller squares. My Facebook keeps going off. My sister-in-law is getting inaugurated onto San Diego School Board. I think she's becoming the president of the school board there, so congratulations to her. Alright, so let's try this again with one of the smaller squares. So this is kind of one of those things where, you know, if I were to take this again, I would not hold my camera in portrait. I want to keep the border but hide the yeah, so that will help me keep the little gray border around this. Alright, let's try a couple other things here. So do I have any? Yeah, and so I took them against green screen so I could replace backgrounds if I needed to. So we can look at that also. But these ones with them at their desk are kind of nice. So I like this one. It's kind of like he's in class. For the green screen photos, can you add an office background so instead of a school Zoom meetings, it's a business Zoom meeting? That'd be funny. Yeah, I can do that. So let me just finish this up real quick. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. Let's just save it as school photos. Alright, so let's take one with the green screen here. So let's see. So these ones with the pajamas are supposed to be funny. Pajamas all day, every day. Let's see if there's one. There's one of Isa. This one looks a little bit blurry. All of these were taken with an iPhone, by the way. I do have a digital SLR, but sometimes it's easier. So I'm just gonna open a new document, paste the photo there. Just gonna do a quick crop. I could bring this into Lightroom, but I can do a little bit of color correction here. So if I want it to be darker, brighter, I can do a little bit with some of the tools in Photoshop. But you know, this should be a pretty easy. I should be able to pull him out of the background pretty easy with the green screen. He has some green letters on, but in his shirt, but that shouldn't be a problem. Just using the quick selection tool, aptly named, and then to see how good of a job it did, I can hit that button there. So he's in red here. That's everything that's not selected. So I can kind of look and see. It's pretty good. Certainly good enough, I think. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see what's the best way to do this. Mask? Nope. Select inverse mask. Okay. Now you can kind of see a little bit of the flaws there. Maybe try a slight feather on this. So just a 2-pixel feather. Select inverse. Complete the background. The edges are kind of tricky. Let me try something else here. So I'm going to add just a black background here. A black background. And let's try the selection again. So I will do some. I'm going to try a different approach. I'm going to select color range. Basically selecting all the green. And that's pretty good. Now I can adjust. So I think this is pretty good. I'm picking up some of this corner here, and that's okay. I can do that and that. Okay, and it's going to pick up some of the letters too, but that's okay. I'm going to go back into my selection mode, and I'm going to just paint with the brush. I'm going to paint these letters back in, and I'm painting their selection, actually there. So, all right, just going to brush all over this. Okay, so if we go back to our selection, now it should be pretty good. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this out, and you can see that's pretty good. Now if we wanted to be very picky about this, we can go into these edges here, and there is a tool, brush tool, color replacement tool. So I could sample from his red shirt color and then kind of replace some of that green. The green is kind of just the haze of light coming off, and just the green that the tool wasn't able to get. So I can just kind of rub along here. And you can do the same for the skin as well if you want. You guys know of any popular Zoom backgrounds that would also be kid appropriate? By the way, Osman, I saw your brother a couple weeks ago, well, probably a couple months ago at this point. Told him to tell you I said hi. Alright, I think that's going to be good for now. Let's go with that, and we can always mask. Alright, we can always adjust if we need to. So let's see. Okay, so we could actually just drag this in like this. And of course, you know, we'll turn the different views on and off. But so that's him, and now we can basically put him in any background we want. So let's do the Google search. I don't know if this is going to be kid safe, but let's see here. Okay, Zoom background. So. So of course, you know, we could use any of these. You know, one might jump out at me. There's an official Nickelodeon one. How do I get to it? Let's see. Open image in new tab. Okay, there it is. SpongeBob SquarePants, right? So 8 edit, paste special, paste into, and then we can kind of scale down. So this is kind of be an example of doing something funny with the zoom backgrounds or whatever. Or at least, you know, a kid appropriate typical background you might see a kid use. Of course, it's not the exact dimensions I want, but there you go. We don't want a pipe sticking out of his head, so. And this one. Like that, yeah. So just bring the border out on top again. You know, and if we wanted to make this the active, you know, window, we could do that or whatever. My daughter says that'll be funny if you make him super small and his head really big. So make the portrait really small. Actually, I was thinking about making him a little bit bigger, but like ideally since it's a school photo. But I think what I might do is I should start grouping some of these. Because I'm going to start getting disorganized here in a second. Yeah, so this might be a good candidate for like a full zoom window. So like let's just say it was him talking to his teacher, or if he's presenting or something. Alright, so just grouping up all my layers, but that's not gonna work. Give me a second. There you go. There you go. Yeah, so if I wanted to do kind of a full window, and let me just copy this so I don't lose anything I did. So you want to be careful when you scale like I'm doing, so you don't lose the quality. But it looks like I'm going to have to make just my, proportionally I think this window I started with, because I did a 6x4 dimensions, is a little bit too wide, so I'd probably reduce this a little bit. But yeah, that looks cool. Let's go back here. So let me add in one. Let's go ahead and copy this. Let's get one that's not zoom backgrounds. So let me bring in my other son. If you haven't noticed, I have 4 boys. So the older one, he was hard to track down here. don't know if I like the ones with him here. So he might be one where I have to go with a him against a green screen. So I'm going to go with this. Copy image. I just sworn I got one with him sort of at his desk. This is these ones here are him at his gaming desk, but I should take one with him at his normal school desk. My older son also has a YouTube channel where he posts a lot of his gaming videos and stuff. He plays Fortnite, so if anyone's interested, let me know and I'll post it. Alright, so let's do file new, clipboard size. I'm going to paste this in, crop. He doesn't have any green in his shirt, so that should be fine. I'm going to do select, color range. I'm going to select a bunch of greens. I'm just clicking to add. Oh, you know the music, I forgot to turn it back up after the ads. So I'm just going to feather that a little bit, which just takes a little fuzz off. The other thing you can do sometimes if you're lazy like me to get rid of this little slight green is his inner shadow. Can help sometimes. Not too much, but
come in all the time, so you can keep shopping up until the very last minute. And with Sierra's incredible prices on winter gear, boots, coats, decor, toys, and games, you'll find something for everyone on your list. Sierra's also making it easier to shop in stores with updated health and wellness practices. Visit your local Sierra store today. Epic brands, vast selection, teeny tiny prices. That's Sierra.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Goldstein, letter writer.
Alright, you guys want some crazy backgrounds, huh?
Each day, thousands of postal service workers deliver millions of pieces of mail through all kinds of conditions across the country. Every postal service worker has a story worth sharing, so we've teamed up with the USPS to deliver a few of them to you. No postage necessary.
Alright, we'll see what backgrounds we can find. I think that's probably fine for the older one, right? Like I'm going to be a little bit sloppy here and just go ahead and delete this bottom part. Okay. Backgrounds. I feel like Ayan would either have something crazy like that or he would have the one like this with the llama in the background. This one with the cat is pretty absurd too. Planet Namek. You guys are funny. Alright, paste special. Paste into. Okay. All of this needs to get the boss lady approval. I don't know if she's still listening here. But that's the important part of design. Your boss has to like it, guys. So I'm sure she'll love this right here, right? It'll go nicely on our... So I could do 4 of these where they're all kind of 4 cutouts with the 4 silly backgrounds, and then I could do 4 kind of nice versions. I'm just mixing it up to give you guys a feel. Let's go ahead and do maybe one last one here with this one I tried to pull off with the 3.5-year-old sticking his face against the window. Some of them, you can see the eyes, you can see my reflection, you can see the background. I think this one's pretty cute. I'm gonna go with this. So copy image. And this again is supposed to kind of simulate, you know, the 3.5-year-old getting into trouble. He's not in school, so he's just walking around the house, and he just comes up to the camera and sticks his face in. So maybe something like this. Kind of cute. There you go. All right. So yeah, you can see this is how this is kind of coming together. I really think this is too big. Something. And this will look better too when hey, thanks for checking out, guys. Thanks for checking out the channel. Alright, man. Roblox Studios. Okay. Thanks, Esponcia. So we'll start add some little bit of details here and there. Just adding a border. Kind of want to lock this layer now, so I can't select it. Select all of this stuff. Alright, what else does this need here? So let's say we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll turn the music up a little bit, but let me know if it gets too loud. Alright, so how do we handle names in Zoom? Let's see what we got here. Microphone. Okay, so we got little name tags here. Okay, perfect. Let's do that. Yeah, I think Musa's came out kind of better than I was expecting. We'll see if it sticks. Oh man, where are my designer friends when I need them? I want to make this corner rounded. Just this one corner. I suppose I could just do the rounded corners and then, yeah, this will work. This is going to be the name tag area, and this will be Ayan Ahmed. How they had a little bit of opacity there. Hey, how's my video, Ron? Is it is my camera like? I can make myself bigger. Alright, so I want to make the name tab background a little bit opaque. Who has the longest name? I think Ion does, probably. Ion. Yeah, so it'd be Ion. So this should be good.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flack.
Alright, I'm gonna do you a favor and turn off the Spotify commercials. Yeah, I actually I accidentally busted up my monitor right before the stream. So I dropped it. I dropped my monitor right before the streams went live. So I had to quickly switch monitors, and that screwed up the screen resolution. But what are you gonna do, you know? Okay, I'm just gonna take a second here to rename my layers because my sloppiness is now affecting me. Back on. Yeah, I turned the music off for the commercials, so I'll just put it back on now. Okay. Alright, so for Musa, I guess I could go with Musa Ahmed, or maybe if he just smashed his name all over the keyboard, like this. Be funny. Maybe something like, I'm Musa. In his case may be appropriate. Okay. Making Nom's picture a little bit brighter. He's supposed to. Punch in some of the details here. Microphone, camera. Invite others, share screen, open chat. Hey, yeah, this music is called Deep Focus. It's Deep Focus. It's on Spotify. It's a playlist I like to listen to when I'm just doing design work like this, chilling out. Alright, so going in, adding a couple more details here and there. Want to add some icons here, and then I will probably do full screen photos of them, just each, like one for each, full screen, and then I will call it quits after that. Alright, so let me find some icons here. Let's see what Font Awesome has. And actually, I am going to get a quick drink. So be right back. Alright, hey, I'm back. Just got some Powerade Zero Sugar. It's good stuff. Highly recommend. Okay, so we need a phone icon. And they do have it in SVG form, so I'm going to download that. Can I just drag it in? Yes, I can. Is why they call it Font Awesome. Listen guys, whenever you can use something that's free and save a little time, it's okay. That's what it's there for.
At T. Rowe Price, we've guided investors through change for over 80 years with a team dedicated to helping you reach your
I don't know that I love this phone, but it's okay. Font could probably be better too. Yeah, maybe I should have used a phone with the slash in it. That would have made more sense, I think, for hanging up a call. I'll come back to it. Okay, we got a microphone now. Got a microphone, now we need a camera. What, camera or video? What do these guys do? Video. This doesn't have a SVG. This one does. So again, if you're just joining, I'm just doing kids' school photos. Thought it would be funny to kind of do the school portraits in a Zoom window, given that they're all remote learning anyways. So this is just kind of one comp here I'm doing. I'll probably do another one where each kid has his own full window, and then I may play with, you know, different backgrounds and things like that, different poses and so forth. If you have any questions, feel free to join the chat. It's not really intended to be a tutorial, but if you want me to, it's not going to be, I can explain what I'm doing. It's not going to be, useful unless you have some familiarity with Photoshop. Share screen. I can make my own. So Lightroom is you typically use for photo editing. So I didn't do a lot of that this time around. I just kind of used Photoshop, but Lightroom has, I would say, in my opinion, better tools for managing photos and also just editing them and updating them. But I was trying to be a little quick. So that's why I didn't use Lightroom today. Maybe next time I have a little bit more time to prepare and I'll show some Lightroom stuff. But you know, as you can see, you can just spend hours on little things. So trying to just touch on everything and then refine is usually how I work best. I like to get a quick overall sense of the vision and how things are going to be. How things are going to kind of play out on the screen. So if anyone wants this template by the time I'm done, or has like a photo they want to send me or something, I can drop their kid's picture in there. I don't really like that icon, but it's good for now. I'm probably going to spend some time after the stream just also cleaning things up. I'll probably go, I don't know, to 11. sad music. You know, we lost a lot of good people this year. Ahead of a friend of mine's, his dad passed away yesterday also, or not yesterday, a couple days ago. So my heart goes out to everybody who lost somebody this year or recently. Okay, so that kind of gives you a feel of the icons and what a 4-screen setup would look like. Maybe I'll do one that's let me go ahead and save this. Save as well. Okay. I'm going to delete my little mock-up here. Alright, so we have this one. We'll keep the state air. I have one and I'm going to do, I think I want to do just a full.
You know, they never tell you how hard it actually is.
What?
Adulting. I don't know if I'll ever feel like a real adult.
Well, I've got giant flexible rewards, so I feel pretty close. Go on.
Yeah, I earn points for every dollar I spend and more choices on how I use them. So I save on
Turn up
groceries
the ad
and
for you
gas.
guys. Alright, so that one's funny. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is something more like this. Okay, House CV. You don't feel like an adult, huh? I'm just cleaning up my design file because it's Just a little messy. Alright, so now I need to figure out how I want to do a full screen portrait. I feel like this UI could be even smaller. So I'm just going to crop in right about here. And the bar, I should move all these icons down to the bar. So that gives us a good, clean workspace. Let's do side by side. Take a little bit of a stretch break here. Okay, so I'm probably going to end the stream around 11 o'clock, so just 15 more minutes. But I do want to at least, you know, I've got pretty far on this. I want to see this through here, at least one big picture. So I kind of like the way some of Issa's came out. These are okay. Not not the best. Problem with this is it's too vertical. Yeah, we can take a picture of Anam with his Snowden farm shirt. But if we want to do something like this, not bad. So something like, you know, a school photo where they're front and center. This might be nice. The quality could be a little bit better, but that can be worked out. Let me go ahead and add the name tag here. Alright, so I'm going to group this one. Call this ESA 1. Okay, let's do maybe one more here. Anam has really good dimples, so if you can get him to smile, it's great. is the only one of my kids with dimples. So let's go ahead and paste. Alright, so this is good in terms of size. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of all this green here. Ooh. There you go. Okay. So I'm just gonna try to get rid of this greenish around the edges. That's not
Spilled
what
your
I
drink?
want.
Bounty picks up spills quicker,
Sorry.
and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less than the leading value brand. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Imagine hearing a song that you've listened to 1,000 times for the first time. Noticing the tiniest details and the broadest strokes, the air in the room, the patina on the horn, the pain in the words, and the love in the voice. And even the squeak of a kick drum pedal. Elements that were always within the recordings, but had yet to be revealed. Rediscover your music in every powerful detail. Mark Levinson Luxury Audio Products. Hear it here. Only here.
Just getting rid of this green. It's not like anyone's gonna really notice it, but okay. So now we've got a nice cutout of a nom. Just gonna duplicate this ESA one, call it nom. Keep the background. Get rid of the image. Okay. Just way too small. Hopefully it scales okay. Okay. Now we just need a background. I just think this llama one is so great. If you're gonna do a background, it might as well be a silly one. There you go. Okay. There you have it. So we've got a couple things here. So we've got 1 4 up. It's like four kids on a Zoom call, and you know these pictures can be switched. And then we've got one big one. Let me try to put these side by side. Kind of a single one here of the kids individually. So we got Nam there, and then we got Issa there. This one needs to be brightened up a little bit. He's a bright kid, so make his picture a little brighter. Okay. Just to put these 3 comps next to each other. There you go. All right, well, chat, it is 11 o'clock. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to sign off, check with the wifey on any adjustments need to be made here. I'll tweak this a little bit more, and I will post them on Facebook, the final versions, once they're cleaned up a little bit further. But that was fun. Thanks for hanging out with me and helping me stay motivated here. All right. Bye-bye.